All right, let's hit the field.
All right.
Just wanted to talk, that's all.
It is a mid-spring matchup between the New York Yankees and the arch-rival Boston Red Sox. Carlos Rodon back on the mound and looking to change the narrative. Plus, we'll talk the injuries to Gerrit Cole and Aaron Judge. My recap, your reactions coming up next. This is NYY Recaps.
Welcome to Yankee Stadium.
New York City.
Just when they thought I was out, they pull me back in.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. Tension among Yankees fans is clearly palpable right now on social media and otherwise. I am on edge waiting for the official MRI results. The vibe that the Yankees are putting out there is an optimistic one, that he'll be shut down for 4 to 6 weeks, but Jeff Passan just posted, not to read too much into that timeline, there has been an appointment made where Gerrit Cole is going to get it looked at by yet another doctor. There was a report from John Heyman that the UCL is not torn, but we don't know that for sure. So he's still gathering opinions. It could be anything else. It could be bone chips. It could be any number of things, but let's not panic. It has been a really sad few days. I've been really down in the dumps about it. I know that a lot of you have been as well. I think the Yankees team has been as well. There was a palpable sadness, almost like a melancholy, even when they were talking to guys in the dugouts. Aaron Boone sounded very downtrodden. He said there's still tests going on, but he really sounded, as if he was worried. Judge, I'm not concerned about. MRI was clean, but the fact that we found out about that one right away and still haven't found out about Gerrit Cole means it was not clean. So into each life, some rain must fall, and it's just been one of those weeks if you're a Yankees fan. Frankie Baseball says 1 to 2 months in Yankees time is about 2 to 3 years.
Oh!
Look, there's no sense worrying about it. Mark Twain said that, worrying is like paying a debt that you don't owe. So just wait. Try to focus on other things. It's beautiful outside in a lot of places around the country today. Get outside, go for a walk, and hopefully the news won't be too bad. We might get it fairly soon. It might be another day or two. But the uncertainty surrounding Gerrit Cole's timetable made today's starting pitcher that much more interesting and important because life goes on. If Gerrit Cole's gone, the Yankees still have to pitch. They're not just going to skip the games in which he was going to pitch. Somebody's going to have to step up. And Carlos Rodon is one of those guys who is going to need to step the hell up given his salary. And, today was the best we've seen him all spring. Pitching with confidence, throwing with good velocity. A lot of things to be encouraged by from him today. All right, chat is filling up a little bit. Let's get to the recap.
Let's go. Let's get it going.
Lucas DeTora says, we can still survive this, but our chances to win the division are slipping. We'll see. VVUC says, Tanaka in 2014 also had some issues with his elbow. He missed 2 months and avoided Tommy John. I remember that well. He started off 11-1 with a 1.99 ERA, and it was looking like he was going to run away with the Cy Young Award, the Rookie of the Year, maybe MVP. And then he partially tore his elbow, opted to rehab, missed a couple of weeks. But Carlos Rodon, really looked good today. Velocity was back up. It was 95. It was 96. He touched 97 at least once that I saw. The ride up in the zone was there. We saw a couple of good cutters. Didn't see many of the big roundhouse curveballs that he's been dropping in there, maybe one or two. But that kind of settled my stomach a little bit because, he's showing that he can still bring it. He can still get it up there in the mid-90s. And if he can do that, he can be effective. Worth noting, Gleyber Torres also made a really smooth play at second base to take away a base hit. He's having a good spring.
Smooth operator.
Later, glove.
Yankees did jump out to an early lead. It's been common this spring. Usually it's courtesy of Juan Soto hitting a home run or something, but today it was Anthony Rizzo staying hot. He had a good day, 3 for 3. Nice job. He put the Yankees out front early. Second inning, Rodon was throwing better. He was mixing in more breaking balls. He looked like he was picking up confidence, picking up steam. And it was good to see him back up a good inning with an even better inning. Like, continue to get stronger. Because sometimes last year he would struggle early and then get better. So the fact that he can, get through a first inning and still be effective and then continue to improve, I thought was a good sign. He was getting more swings and misses. He had more lefties in the lineup that inning, and so he was trying to break that cutter and miss some bats. Had another 1-2-3 inning. One thing that we've talked about a lot on this channel, perhaps more than anywhere else, is how important the catching competition is this spring. Austin Wells has been terrific this spring, and he did a great job catching Rodon today. He was basically right in sync with Rodon. Rodon was working very quickly, and then also he ripped a double. Red hot.
Laser show.
And one thing that impresses me is how well he can pick him up and put him down on the bases. He runs wells, to use a little pun there. I think he's going to be a doubles machine. I think he's got 20-plus home run power, and from what we're hearing, the pitchers actually really like throwing to him. So a lot of great things this spring from Austin Wells. And every spring, there are people who step up and open your eyes. Last year it was Dominguez. He had that amazing spring, ended up making the big leagues. Volpe had a nice spring making the team. This year he's been much more relaxed, but having a good spring as well. This year I think Austin Wells is going to be the story, having a great, great spring. You can see Rodon was working quickly again in the third, had a really good third inning. It was 9 up, 9 down, not shaking off a lot of pitches from the old pitch com. A couple of more strikeouts. Fourth inning, I saw him touch 97 miles an hour, but he also served up a long home run to Tristan Casas. You'd love to end the day without giving up any home runs, but it is what it is with Carlos Rodon.
Long balls. You got long-ass balls.
I've got long balls.
Long ball Larry. That's
Long ball Larry. That's your name. But overall, I came away impressed and encouraged with Carlos Rodon today. Final line, 4 innings, 1 hit, the home run, 1 run, no walks, 3 strikeouts. Like I said, velocity was up, pace was up, body language was better. Nice performance. Job Rodon. I see an interesting question that I want to talk about in a few minutes, but about the Astros. But take a look at Rodon's pitching here today. You can see swings and misses on the cutter. Fastball was sneaking up on guys. So just a lot to be happy with if you're a Yankees fan, which most of you are, I suspect. And looking like he's in good shape there. So bottom 4, Yankees jump back out in front. Anthony Volpe, really nice piece of hitting. Runners on second and third, obviously trying to hit the ball to the right side and score a run. Then he inside outed a pitch and kind of drove it to right field with some authority. And it one-hopped the right field wall, brought in 2 runs, and the Yankees went out in front. As you can see, though, they did not remain out in front. And for those of you young guys who missed Derek Jeter's career, that was a Derek Jeter swing and a Derek Jeter result. Just waited back and drove that ball with authority to right field. 5th inning, baseball started to fly out of the ballpark. Solo home run from Emmanuel Valdez off of Nick Ramirez to make it 3-2. And then in the bottom half, Gleyber Torres.
Track wall. See ya.
Gleyber Torres has gone yard again.
It's Gleyber Day.
A bomb from Gleyber Torres. So this is a changeup, maybe a hanging slider, 85 miles an hour, right out over the plate, a little bit low. Torres goes down and gets it, hits it off the batter's eye for a long home run, second home run of spring training. Good day for some of the Yankees hitters, some of their important hitters. Rizzo went 3 for 3. Stanton smoked a couple of line drives. Torres with the home run. Volpe and Wells continue to look good. Soto went 0 for 3. And LeMahieu had some really bad swings, went 0 for 4. You want him to start hitting soon. At this point, it's too early to get concerned because he's a veteran getting his work in midway through spring. I mean, we still got 2 weeks until opening day. But as we get closer to opening day, you're going to want to see him start to hit the ball with authority. Now, he did hit one to the warning track that got caught in right field, but I didn't think he hit it particularly hard. I didn't see the exit velocity. But I want to see him hitting those DJ LeMahieu line drives over the second baseman's head. That's what I want to see. A little less talk about how good he looks, a little bit more results. Red Sox scored 5 runs off the dregs of the Yankees pitching staff in the 7th and took a commanding 8-4 lead. They hang on to win, and the Yankees fall again.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Chris wants to talk about the Astros. Says, thoughts on people saying the Astros are a dynasty. Went to the baseball hall, and even they had a section dedicated to the quote-unquote dynasty. I personally think it is definitely not. Yeah, I would agree with you. It's not a dynasty, especially when one of those championships was confirmed part of the cheating scandal. I'm still convinced that Altuve knew what pitch was coming off of Aroldis Chapman when he hit that home run on the slider in 2019. I personally think the Yankees outplayed them in that series, should have won. And really, he when he got to home plate, he hid, don't pull off my shirt or whatever. A lot of people suspected there was a buzzer. Never been any solid evidence of a buzzer. They said it was because of a tattoo, but, a year later he pulled off the shirt during a game and there was no tattoo to be seen anywhere. So, look, first of all, it's not a dynasty. Nice little run, but usually you got to win 3. To me, 3 championships is a dynasty. All right, let's get to your comments about Cole in the game. Ambiorix Acevedo says, Carlos Rodon did a great job. I absolutely agree.
Absolutely, hey.
Old Sarge, I think, offers a good definition of a dynasty. Says, to be a dynasty, a team has to win 3 championships in 5 seasons with at least 1 back-to-back. I agree. I think that makes sense. That's a good metric. Anyway, I need the Yankees to start playing with a little bit of urgency here over the next couple of weeks. We're halfway through spring. It's good to see that Volpe looks good. It's good to see that Wells looks good. Stanton, a couple of hard hits today, but still hitting 208. Got off to kind of a tough start. He started off 1 for 15, but the last 2 times we've seen him televised, he swung the bat a lot better. My confidence for him is growing. I've noticed he's looked a lot better running. Just a lot better running. I mean, if you miss this game and you have access to it, just skim through and watch how he looks scoring on the double from Anthony Volpe. He almost caught up with, I forget who was on base ahead of him. I think maybe Rizzo. Maybe it was Torres. It might have been Torres. He almost ran him down. Nice, big, long, easy stride. Running well. And Austin Wells really running well, too, for a catcher. I know they hate when you say for a catcher. But Frankie Baseball says, Derek, as a fan of conspiracies, I'm not a fan of conspiracies. I'm a fan of debunking conspiracies. He says, have you followed the Kate Middleton stuff? And if you haven't, you need to go down that rabbit hole. I don't know anything about it. Is that isn't she one of the royal family or whatever? My wife is very much into the royal family. But, yeah, I don't have any time for that right now. I am 100% consumed in baseball right now with help trying to grow foul territory and working with NYY Recaps here, trying to get this thing, to respectable levels. Javier Velez says, Rodon for the belt today. We're not doing a belt today because the Yankees lost by 5 runs and we're all in a bad mood. But if there were a belt, you can bet it would have probably gone to Rodon. I thought he definitely deserved a nice job for the numbers that he put up today. Frankie says Volpe double scorers were Rizzo and Stanton. So he almost caught Rizzo. Yeah. So interesting. So anyway, let's take a look at the box score. The Yankees did have 10 hits. They got out hit 11-10. You see LeMahieu 0 for 4, Soho 0 for 3. But Torres, Rizzo, Stanton all look good. Verdugo's having kind of a tough spring. He's hitting 190, 0 for 3 today. 1 for 3 for Volpe, hitting 313. Very quietly, a nice spring, 809 OPS. Austin Wells, 1 for 2. Look at that OPS this spring, 1.081, hitting 304. Austin Wells made a nice, Ben Rortvedt made a nice play behind the dish and got hit by a pitch. And Greg Allen, 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Obviously not in there for his bat, more his legs. I'm more concerned with his pinch running ability. And you can see the bullpen just not great. Ramirez, home run. Marinaccio gave up another run. He's having a tough spring, 9.45 ERA. Changeup was just out over the plate today a lot. Mosqueda, bad. Just very, very, very bad. Aguilar and Vreeling, two guys you'll probably never see with the Yankees this season. So, Jay Apollo says, what about the Giants 2010 to 2014? They didn't win back-to-back-to-back? You're a smart guy.
You're a smart motherfucker. That's right.
He says touche. Touche. VVUC says, do you expect some pitching add-ons? Not many interesting free agents. Sox want too much for Cease, and I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to expect either. I want Gerrit Cole to not have to have UCL surgery. I can live with him being out till Memorial Day. I can live with it. And coming back and hitting his stride mid-season form by the time the Yankees get to the playoffs. With Rodon pitching better, Cortez looking healthy, I think the Yankees are still in okay shape if you're only missing Gerrit Cole for 6 weeks. If you're missing Gerrit Cole for the season, you might as well be screwed. So, anyway. Yankees fall 9-4. Let's take a few more comments, a few more questions.
I gotta get out of here!
Nathaniel Brezzi says, I'm basically in March Madness and St. Patty's Day mode. All I know is Rizzo and Soto doing really well. And wanted to stop by and say hi. Well, I appreciate that, man. He also wants to sign Monty and Clevenger. I've always been a big Monty fan, but I'm hearing more and more that he doesn't want to come back to the Yankees because they traded him. And the comments Brian Cashman made, once again, his mouth getting him into trouble. But, look, it's been a tough couple of days to be a Yankees fan, but, hopefully still got a good season ahead of us. Juan Soto, at least 1 year of Juan Soto. And, we've got best player in the game in Aaron Judge. So we're at least going to get to watch that. Whether or not we can pitch is another story, and one that we should all be a little bit concerned about, to be completely honest. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful day. I'll be back Friday night. Yankees play Pittsburgh, and then Saturday, Terrence is coming back on for our This Week in Yankees Baseball because we got a lot to talk about, a lot of things going on this week. And then either Monday or Tuesday, I haven't decided yet, Max Goodman on for the Yankees Beat Report. Until then, see you next time.